and welcome to another episode of Upfront with Milind, where we talk to former Union Minister and Mumbai South MP, Milind Deora. Milind, thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for being.
We've had this news in the last week where the government has called for entries for joint secretary level positions, lateral entries. Your party's been against that. What's your personal position?
मैं व्यक्तिगत रूप से सरकार के इस निर्णय का स्वागत करता हूँ. I think that the government has decided to rope in 10 joint secretary level officers from the private sector. I think it's not a bad decision, but there have to be adequate safeguards, cooling off periods to ensure that a representative from the private sector is not joining government to proliferate his company's agenda.
But can they make a difference?
I think at a joint secretary level, to be honest, it's very symbolic. The real value, the real lateral entry sort of impact will be if we can bring people like Nandan Nilekani, the way UPA brought him in from Infosys to implement and execute Aadhaar. Unfortunately, there have been a lot of lateral exits in this government as well. They had good people coming in from the private sector. Arvind Subramaniam left only recently. Raghuram Rajan didn't want to renew his term as RBI governor. Arvind Panagriya went back to the United States. So I think at a much higher level, if the government can bring in talent, retain talent, that's where the real impact can be made, not only at a joint secretary level.
All right, talking about exits, we've also had another exit or a messy divorce that's going on right now in Jammu and Kashmir. Your views on that?
I think firstly, this alliance that happened between PDP and BJP was an unnatural alliance to start with. What I'm actually most concerned about, Vivin, is that भारतीय राजनीति में हॉर्स ट्रेडिंग जो है, ये एक्चुअली हॉर्स ट्रेडिंग इलीगल है, लेकिन एमएलएज जो डिफेक्ट करते हैं सरकार बनाने के लिए, ये होता रहता है भारत की राजनीति में. मैं इसका स्वागत नहीं करता हूँ, मैं इसका समर्थन नहीं करता हूँ, इसका निंदा करता हूँ, लेकिन ये होता रहता है भारतीय राजनीति में. लेकिन कर्नाटक में जब होता है, गोवा में जब होता है, मणिपुर जैसे राज्य में जब होता है, देयर इज़ अ डिफरेंट impact as compared to what could happen in Jammu and Kashmir if BJP tries to break MLAs from Congress, PDP, NC to form a government.
What's your fear there?
I would only be afraid and I would only warn BJP that in national interest, please remember that Jammu and Kashmir is a very, very different state as compared to other states, and breaking MLAs from other parties to form the government, to come to power at any cost, can lead to more alienation amongst Jammu and Kashmiri youth, can lead to more secessionist politics, and can lead to ultimately Kashmir moving in the hands of our enemies. So that is my biggest fear, and I would only urge BJP not to employ the same tactics that it used in Karnataka, that it used in Manipur, that it used in Goa and many other states in India, the muscle power, money power that they use in Jammu and Kashmir, because it is a unique state. And in Jammu and Kashmir, I think it's time सभी राजनीतिक दलों को साथ में मिलकर जम्मू एंड कश्मीर के युवाओं को ये एक संदेश पहुंचाना होगा कि it's important that you are part of India and that India wants you, respects you, wants you to be part of the mainstream in the country. That is a message that we have to send out.
So you're saying that message is needed to be sent out to the youth of Jammu?
It's absolutely needed. That's why Jammu and Kashmir is burning today. That's why there's so much violence in the state. That's largely because of the politics of BJP, PDP, unfortunately. But I think that it can be very, very dangerous and fatal for India's national interest if BJP plays the same politics of horse trading that it did in Karnataka, Manipur and Goa in Jammu and Kashmir, where they can further alienate Jammu and Kashmir's youth.
All right. Talking about sending out a message, you've been sending out a message in the last few weeks about avoiding plastic. The government of Maharashtra is implementing the plastic ban in the state on the 23rd of the month. So what's your take on that?
मैंने पहले से ही इस निर्णय का स्वागत किया. The decision was not implemented in the right way. Stakeholders were not consulted. The public at large will be inconvenienced for some time. Like demonetization, unfortunately, perhaps a good idea on paper, but very poorly executed and implemented. And I have tried. मैंने एक कदम उठाया दक्षिण मुंबई के लेवल पे, जहां हमने 200 बिल्डिंग्स को प्लास्टिक मुक्त बनाया. 100 किलोग्राम प्लास्टिक हमने कलेक्ट किया पिछले वीकेंड, और मैं सभी नागरिकों को एक संदेश देना चाहता हूं कि सिंगल यूज़ प्लास्टिक पर जिस प्रकार से आज हम निर्भर है, उस निर्भरता को हमें कम करना होगा. प्लास्टिक इज़ नॉट ओनली हार्मफुल फॉर आवर ओशंस, but please remember that when plastic lands up in our landfills, it often catches fires, leading to what happened in the Deora dumping ground a few years ago, and that increases the toxicity level in Mumbai's air, reduces our air quality, and causes other respiratory diseases. So people must understand that the government's ban is in the right earnest and it's for their own interest. And I would just urge the people of Mumbai and the people of Maharashtra to join this ban in whichever way they can by reducing their dependence on single-use plastic.
You know, another issue that's really critical at this time is admissions. It's admission season here in Mumbai, students running all over the place. Do you have any message for them?
My message would be, I mean, if I reflect on my own past, you know, in a sense, I always had interest in arts, but I was kind of forced to go into commerce.
Oh, were you?
And I feel a lot of kids today, you know, get forced sometimes by their parents. They're not sure what they want to do. And typically parents will say, study commerce, study science, so you become a doctor, you become an engineer, you become a business person. And I think युवाओं में बहुत कुछ interest है. आज के युवाओं और मैं जब छात्र था उनमें बहुत अंतर है, बहुत फ़र्क है. आज के युवाओं जानते हैं कि उन्हें क्या करना है, किस क्षेत्र में उन्हें इंटरेस्ट है, जज्बा है, उत्साह है. सो मैं चाहूँगा कि मुंबई के जो युवक है उन्हें उसी फील्ड में जाना चाहिए जहाँ उनको पैशन है. केवल जहाँ उनके पेरेंट्स दबाव डाल रहे हैं उस पर उन्हें नहीं जाना चाहिए.
All right, thanks so much for that, Milind. So on that positive note, thank you so much for joining us on this episode of Upfront with Milind. We'll see you again